Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Luke here, bringing you another video on the channel. Today I'm going to show you my updated custom tactics. So as you can see on the screen, here's my team. I have the classic 2 midfielder setup and I have 4 attackers. So basically I use Vieira as my defensive mid and Hullet as my attacking CDM. Okay, without further ado, let's get straight into the custom tactics, guys. So this is my most used formation in futchampions. This custom tactic got me 29-1 last week and 27-3 this week. So let's get straight into the tactics. So for defensive style, I have balanced width 5, depth 5, fast build-up 3 on width. I want my attackers and my cam to be pretty narrow so I can pass between them, preferably one-touch passes as well, because that's the main form of attacking in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Players in box I have 4, no reasoning for this, I just used 4 all year and that's what I'm comfortable with. For corners and free kicks on 1, just so I don't get caught on the counter attack. Okay, player instructions. I have stay back overlap on my fullbacks, both of them. I have stay back and cover center on Vieira here, my CDM. And preferably want your CDM to be medium high work rates and a tall, strong player like Vieira with a good presence on the pitch. I have my LCM, Hullet, which is balanced on everything, and cover wing, which may be surprising to few, but I will explain why. Basically, this is cover wing to stop people from playing to their fullback and playing to the winger like most people play in the 4-2-3-1. Hullet will go wide and help out on the wing, help out Telles in this case. That's why I have both Hullet and Richarlison on balanced everything and cover wing, which is the default instruction. Okay, so as you may see, on my cam and on my strikers, I have absolutely no instructions. Now this may seem weird, and previously I advised you guys, put them on stay forward and get in behind, but I found that if I leave them balanced, they are more natural, they make more natural runs and their positioning is better on the pitch. Even though the attacking AI in FIFA 20 is very poor, at least with this way, they are not completely brain dead and just make runs forward. Sometimes they make decent runs and take up good positions on the pitch. That's why I have them all on balance, and I find this to be working for me, especially in conjunction with the fast build-up, which basically your players still make runs even though they are not on getting behind and stay forward. I found this to work very well for me. So yeah, that is my most used tactic, and this is what I use as my plan B basically. 4-2-3-1, width 4, depth 4, don't need to explain much, basically the most balanced in my opinion you can get. Offensive style balanced, defensive style balanced, width on 5, attacking width, players in box on 5. Standard really, I just want this formation to be very neutral and balanced all over the field. Have corners and free kicks on 1, the same reasoning, I just don't want to get caught on the counter attack when I mess up. As for the positions, I have Hullet on the left, Vieira on the right, the rest are pretty self-explanatory. Mbappe and striker Neymar Cam, and Richarlison and Ben Yedder on the wing. Instructions, I have stay back overlap on the fullbacks. This is what I always use with all formations basically. It's my favorite attack instruction for the fullback. Stay back, and if you come forward, don't invert, go on the wing, overlap. What this does basically, if you press L1 on your PlayStation controller to trigger a run on your fullback, instead of going inside, he will always go outside and help out the wide cam, which I found the best way to utilize your fullback. My CDMs have stay back cover center on both of them. Sometimes I like to have Hullet unbalanced, depends on the situation in the game. But when I switch to the 4-2-3-1, I like to have Hullet on stay back, and then if I want to put him on balanced, I adjust him myself. Okay, I have come back on defense, get into the box on the wide cam, Richarlison, and I have the same thing on Ben Yedder. Basically, get in the box. You know why I explained in previous videos, guys. Go watch them. I link them into the description. When you're making a run down the wing with get into the box, Richarlison sometimes will make a run behind the fullback, and I can cross it with the R1 square. Comment down below if you want me to show you a tutorial how to do this. This gets me a lot of free goals sometimes, especially when I counter attack and I'm running down the wing. I have Neymar on comeback and default on everything else, and then Mbappe on comeback. Basically, guys, I don't use the 4-2-3-1 as a normal, how do you say, in normal time. I just use this. So when I'm up by maybe 1 goal and I need to defend the lead hard, I play most of the time 4-1-2-1 to narrow almost every match. I only use this in special occasions where I really need to. So that's why I choose to have defensive solidity with comeback on defense basically on everybody. I think it's very overpowered. In my opinion, guys, it's better to have everyone on comeback than to have drop back, 1 depth, and everyone on balanced. Because what this comeback on defense does is makes your team very solid, very compact, and at the same time you're not super defensive because my depth and width is on 4, so I don't get pinned in. So when I win the ball, the players go to their normal positions and I can build up an attack. I hope you guys find these tactics useful, especially now in July if you're still playing for champs. I hope these tactics help you perform better and get you your best performance possible in for champions. If you enjoyed this type of video, please leave a like. Comment down below any questions you have or maybe something I may have missed when making the video. Subscribe for more. And thank you guys for watching, and as always, see you guys.